Hello and welcome to the Sacred Gates Ascension podcast. My name is Ilura and welcome back to the channel if you've been following along. Today we're going to do a little video where I'd like to touch on the subject of letting go while saturating in a substance. So letting go while saturating may seem like contradictory because often when we let go of something we feel that we completely let it go and we're not able to absorb it. And that's often in conflict with common practice, which is to work with an energy and absorb it and store it. Now, the lineage that I'm from, the Teshara lineage, we don't at all work on holding and storing and absorbing, packing. I mean, not so much absorbing, but not to pack or to hold on to and store. There are a lot of practices where people store and hold and pack energy, whether it's through the breath, through imagination and the breath, and also through locking certain parts of the body. And that's quite common. But as I said, the lineage that I'm from, the Teshara lineage, we always are letting go. That the whole entire art that Teshara is, the principles are based on letting go of release, release, release. Now, while I have done another video on this, you can watch this video here. But in this particular video, I just want to focus on the absolute beautiful and quite enjoyable and powerful process of saturating in a nourishing substance such as nourishment itself while continually letting go. If you haven't already watched my videos on actually letting go, I have a video here in the card thingy-bob up there on letting go, which is a really helpful exercise. I take you through physically letting go from tension to relaxation, and then we do a mental letting go, and then we combine the two, physical and mental letting go, letting go, letting go. So just for this little video, we're going to focus on saturating in nourishment by building the energy ball. And while we're doing that, I'm just going to guide you very easily on how to let go of this substance. One little extra thing before we get started, if you're someone who enjoys working with your chakras, this might also be helpful to you if you're a practitioner, is that just say if you're working on your throat chakra because you've got a sore throat or you've got some tension there and you're focusing locally, so you're localizing your attention onto this one area. Now, first of all, location is an illusion. You can connect to your throat chakra anywhere, at any time. You can even, connect to your throat chakra in an image that's external to you. So you can really see how we're really working with all these illusionary time and place. But more to the point, when we're working with the throat chakra and we're wanting to release the area, it's quite common for us to focus on releasing tension, releasing toxins, releasing unsaid things, or whatever it is that's coming up in the throat area. We often release locally. So we focus on healing locally, just in this area, but we also focus then on just releasing just in this area. Now, it makes sense, especially if you're coming from a more medical Western perspective, which often we focus on the issue, specifically in where it is and the symptoms that we're finding. Now, if you go to a more Eastern Chinese traditional medicine model, we take into account what the actual issue the patient's coming for, but we're actually then looking at the entire system and we treat the entire body as a body mind. This area is connected to the entire body. And so I feel like that's a great model. Of course, Western medicine has its pluses, but I love that the other models work on the entire, like the Vedic system, Indian system too, work on the entirety of the entire body. So physically, emotionally, mentally, the skin, the organs, everything is principle based and takes you through the entire body. And I feel like you can also then connect to just say you're working on your throat chakra. When you actually release, you can release through your whole body. You don't have to release just here. So it's good training to learn how to release locally in one area. I think that's great training, but it's also something special is being able to release spherically. So if you imagine, like with the aura, we're an actual orb, like an entire sphere of energy. Our physical body is like inside like a little egg of energy. a giant egg of energy, then when we release, we can actually release 360. We can release here. You can also release out the back of your throat, the sides of your throat, but you can actually release through your entire body, your entire backside, your entire front side, your entire side, left side, entire body. So Yoga Nidra is a great practice for getting in contact with your sides. There are many practices you can do to help you get in contact with your whole body. And the reason why that is really helpful is so that when you learn how to release your entire body, you can release your throat through a much larger release valve, your entire body. So like I said, I think it's helpful to learn how to release locally, but also globally, in a sense, your entire body. So now we're going to get back to the process of saturating while we're letting go. So taking your hands and building the ball. So first of all, holding your hands, fingers straight. Feel your whole body. Relax your quads, where your legs attached to your body, and your mingmian, so your lower back at the back. And relaxing all of that. Chin down slightly, making sure that there's a space between your elbow and your rib cage so that your armpit dantian can open up. Making sure your fingers are not collapsing. You can close your eyes or open your eyes depending on how you need to use your eye consciousness. Feel the inside of your arms, the yin lines of your body. And becoming body aware. Open up to the sensation of sinking, that gravity is working through you. Things are becoming soft, light, and also nicely compressed, connected to the earth. Slowly moving your hands together and feeling as if you are squeezing a ball, a rubber ball, and then you're pulling apart rubber bands. You're squeezing a rubber ball. You can actually use your imagination to imagine this and then pulling apart, but feel it in your body. That's the difference. So your imagination is being painted onto an actual canvas, the canvas being your body. It's tangible, it's kinetic, you actually feel the rubber ball. That's the best way to use your imagination. Opening the rubber bands and compressing a rubber ball, pulling the rubber bands apart. Do it as low as you can down in your lower cauldron, the lower dantian. That's where your vital, beautiful vital energy is stored. And that's really nourishing for the body, vital energy. So opening and closing the ball. Feel your whole body being squeezed, the ball, and opening through your whole body. Making sure your arms are coming away from your body. Do a nice big ball. Start to feel if there's a shift in your energy where you become, there's more nourishment coming through, real vital, physical, magnetic, electric, beautiful energy coming through your hands. Using the imagination in a way where you can actually feel it in your body. Okay, softening the face and the eyes, not getting too serious in your face. Opening and closing the ball. Okay, so now as we're building the nourishing energy more and more and more, now we're going to stop our hands from moving and we're just going to hold a ball of this nourishing chi. Just give it a little pat here. I'll bring my hands up a bit higher, but you can do it in your lower dantian. And really billowing and thickening this ball. Yeah, thickening the energy like beautiful custard or thick chocolate sauce. Yeah, thicken that energy there. Okay, so now we're going to slow the ball down. Just give it a little pat, bounce, bounce, bounce. And now open up your fingers. Just open up the joints in your fingers. What I mean by open is to relax them. Within all the joints, there is a substance of letting go, of relaxation. If you've watched the video on letting go, where you look out for that fading out feeling, that sensation of fading out, feel that now in your body. So relax your lower back, relax your quads. That's it. And feeling, you can pat the ball every so often. If you're not used to it, just give it a little fluff. Okay, now we're going to saturate. Allow it. You might be feeling that nourishing energy going up your arms. Just observe your body. It's okay if you don't feel that. It's not necessary. What matters is that you're feeling and you're opening up now and noticing that fading away feeling. So while we're letting go, we're actually saturating in the nourishment that we've been building between our hands. Now, depending on who you are, where you're at, you can open up your eyes and look between your hands directly in the ball, or you might need to look out into the room, to feel your body in the space, or you need to close your eyes. Just try either or both, whatever works for you. So now open your skin. If you've seen my video on skin, saturating and awakening the skin, open up all the pores in your skin, feel them softening and relaxing. So we're not forcing. All of these experiences I'm guiding you to experience is through feeling and letting go. Softening, relaxing, and letting go. So we experience letting go through the release of tension. And just soften and follow those lighter frequencies that you can feel. Fading away, falling up into the light, feathering off. Feeling those lighter frequencies while feeling that sinking down feeling as well. So you're grounding through your body. Open up the palms of your hands. Remember the pores of your skin and continually relax the joints and experience that softening in the joints. So any tension you feel in your joints, bring your awareness there and let the soften, melting like an ice block in the sun. As you soften and let go of the joints, they actually expand and they get softer and more expansive. So you release, and saturate in that nourishing feeling. While you're releasing, you're not holding on to it, you're not trying to store it anywhere in your body. Release. Saturate. Release. Now become aware of the front of your body, the back of your body, and the sides of your body. Feel that your entire body releasing and letting go while saturating in that beautiful energy you've built, the nourishing vital energy between your hands. So there you go. So what can seem contrasting and contradictory is actually very complementary. So you're saturating in the substance of nourishment while actually just letting it go. And as you let it go, you can saturate more and more in that substance. So in life we often find that when we have a friend, for example, if we like, or a partner, to say, you suffocate them and you try to control them and force them and everything, and they kind of move further and further away from you. They don't really want to be around you anymore. Whereas if you are soft and relaxed in your friendships, in your relationships, and you give that person a lot of space, you give yourself space, and you enjoy what is there, you don't try to force anything, then we find that we magnetize people to us. We're also magnetized to people that also do that as well. So it's very much the laws of nature and these substances and how they work is that while something is magnetic, it's also expansive. So here we are actually working with magnetic and electric substances, and we're experiencing the art of letting go while saturating in. And the more you experience that, if you have been practicing practices that pack and hold on to, it's a really different experience, and it's quite a psychological shift more than anything. It's an attitude and retraining trust in softness, retraining trust in letting go, and learning to trust release and letting go and softness. We do live in a world world that is quite brute force. We tend to use force to make a lot of things happen. You can see with the environment, rather than working with our physical, natural environment, we're getting to a point where we're going to have to try to force certain things to happen, and obviously finding we're not able to do that and control things through our own brute force and our own technology. But if we had just actually lived on this planet and worked with nature, alongside of nature, then we'd be in a very, very different position to what we're heading into now. And so learning to trust in softness and letting go is a really beautiful journey, and Teshara does, and there are other arts that allow you to experience that when they're taught correctly. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Bye bye now.